afternoon, everyone. Once again, you're watching Pairfect from the Daily Tribune Studios here in Makati. I am Dinah Ventura.
I am Jojo Silvestre.
Welcome to Pairfect.
Pairfect.
We hope you enjoyed this afternoon's episode, as our guests today are the dynamic couple behind the first green service hotel in the Philippines, Eco Hotels.
The lady in this strong and enduring partnership is the owner and CEO of the C.A. Hernandez Development Group, the holding company for BookExpress.com and Eco Hotels. The gentleman is a professor of economics and finance in the La Salle University. He founded the Sampaloc Holding Corporation, a real estate company focused on leasing and land acquisitions. Together, they form a formidable team and have chosen to involve themselves in the tourism industry and countryside development.
May we present to you Ms. Alessandra Atienza and Mr. Don Ramon Bagatsing.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome
There
to
we go.
Pairfect.
Welcome to
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you for having
yeah,
us.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
excited.
excited.
So excited.
So you're both well known for pioneering the green service among hotels in the country. Tell us about Eco Hotels, which you founded.
Well, you know, Dina. Go ahead. Just go. You start.
No, it should be ladies first.
Ladies
yes,
first.
Okay,
that's
I
the
should go
rule.
That's the rule. We follow the rules.
Okay, originally we were both in real estate. No?
Okay.
Okay.
But of course, I wanted something that was different, a passion project, something where I can put my
ganda.
creative talent into, and then at the same time, I could do real estate development. So the idea of Eco Hotel came about, and I wanted it to be a sustainable type of business where we value uh, naguguluhan ako sa'yo. We value the environment, the society where we stand, the community. The whole principle of ecotourism was what appealed to me. So I decided to call the company Eco Hotel. It was first, the concept came about 2013. And then the first Eco Hotel was actually opened in 2015 in Tagaytay.
2 years later.
2 years later, across Ayala Serene Mall on the highway of Tagaytay.
Was it hard to put it up that first time?
Oh, no, it was not a difficult thing to do because the local government was very friendly and they encouraged business. So it was easy for us to build our structure. They were very helpful in every way. And then the community, the barangay chairman was all support. We were so welcomed in the environment, so it was easy to work with them.
That's great. Okay.
Okay, now we're talking to the professor and the family. Maybe you should share with us how you make the whole thing sustainable. How do you promote sustainability?
As the professor,
Yes.
she does the sustainability. That's why it's called Eco Hotels. But like what Alessandra said, we started in Tagaytay and then
Yeah.
we took advantage, or we saw
Okay.
the potential of tourism in the Philippines.
Okay.
And since we saw the success of our Tagaytay Hotel, we decided to branch out to other parts of the country because we believe tourism is a sunrise industry.
Okay.
We have a growing population, millennials
Yeah.
like you, Gen Z,
Okay.
that love to travel and see the country.
Yeah.
It started from there. So, yeah, tama yung sinabi ni Alessandra. Did you say it was a passion project?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
But that's how it started. Don, just so you know, let me just explain his character. Don has a very, very good concept of space. So there's spatial
Okay.
intelligence.
Okay.
It
This
started.
room is so cool.
It started.
Yun siguro yung mga sustainable doon.
Good
ano?
space.
It started with just one project. No, I didn't intend to grow it, but Don's spatial intelligence was able to identify all these future
Location
sites
sites.
for us. So what was supposed to be just one project is now so many in different brands.
Don, have you always been an environmentalist? Or Bakit ganun? Why? How were you able to come up with that kind of design and
Okay, Alessandra comes up with all of the designs.
okay.
And her advocacy is really sustainable growth.
Ah,
Uh,
okay.
People, purpose with a profit.
Okay.
And
Okay,
helping the
okay.
people. So
Yes,
we have
yes.
always been espousing inclusive growth. So
Okay.
wherever we build a hotel or a commercial property, we always make sure na lahat na nasa paligid nakikinabang.
Okay.
So yun. So we always make sure na, I
Okay.
mean, we only have one planet. Everybody's very mindful of
Okay.
the environment. We don't
Yeah,
want to see
yeah.
garbage.
Yeah.
So we want to
Yeah.
make sure these things, we try and find a way to uh, subconsciously educate our guests about the environment. That's
So
how.
you involve the community also around your
Yes.
setup.
Yeah.
So in our restaurants, our suppliers are the ones around the community
Very good.
as much as possible.
And they're very beautiful. The
Thank
The
you.
hotels.
interior.
Yeah.
They're
So tell
very
us more
elegant.
about your
Medyo.
chain, your eco hotels. Tell us about the concept, the design. What was in your mind when you put it up in 2013
Kanya-kanyang
to make
design.
it unique and different? I mean, at that time, I don't think
Wow.
that concept was very
Was,
popular.
yes, not yet.
Yeah, so-
Containers.
Yeah.
I believe the character that I have is being resourceful. I grew up
Okay.
poor. We were very poor when I was young, and syempre every little thing had to be the life of that thing has to be extended from one kuya to me in terms of clothing down the siblings.
Okay.
So it was something that I as a character, no, parang I brought it to my adulthood. So I can't throw anything away. Let's say tires from the old cars, no, I'm able to recycle them into benches. Glass bottles, no, mga wine bottles are not easy
Oo.
to dispose. Made them into light, even hollow blocks for the walls.
Okay, okay.
All of those little concepts that I had, I wanted to put them in one facility. So if you notice, if you go to cabins by Eco Hotel in Tagaytay, everything there is repurposed. Egg crates, ginawang lamps, spoons, ginawang ilaw. Furnitures made from cheese curls wrappings na
galing.
naka-braid siya.
Okay.
Oo.
A lot of other
Walang tapon, basically.
and a lot of other like-minded people also were able to help me supply their own products also, and of course we cater to those people also. So we helped each other out. So the first concept was cabins by Eco Hotel, where we didn't use any hardwood. Everything was mindful of the environment. Crosswind ventilation was studied so that we don't need aircon inside the facility. Malamig yung lobby kahit na walang aircon. And many other factors in architecture, no, to make the building, hindi man siya considered like one of the LEED certified buildings, but we did our own little design amendments, no, to make it as green as possible. We have rainwater catchment. We use that water
Very
for
good.
landscaping. We have solar power on grid, so we're able to harness power from the sun. So these little factors contributed to each other to come to be the actual concept of an eco hotel, and that was replicated in different locations.
Okay.
And how many do you have now?
Under the brand Eco Hotel, we have 5, but eventually we also did our other brands, which is dormitals.ph.
Dorm.
Dormitals.ph is the hostel side
for,
of it.
for the young people.
For the young people,
Like
budget,
us, like us.
Yes, of course.
500 per bed.
Siargao, El Nido,
Wow.
Makati,
There's one in
Manila.
Makati.
Just 500 pesos per
But
night.
how many
Bed
beds in
per
a
night.
room? A dorm type.
Dorm type, oo. Meron din siyang,
Backpacker.
yes.
Oo, maganda.
Meron din siyang private rooms, but still the price point is from 1,200 lang. And if you're sharing beds with in a room,
Oo.
then that's 500.
I should visit that one.
Yeah,
You
check it
should.
out.
Pag brown out.
Check it
But
out.
you know, she was saying that she comes from a poor and all that. But she seems to have lived a rich life, ano. Ang buhay niya mayaman.
I
No,
think
no, no.
that-
She's very resilient.
yes,
Oh, oh.
And
resourceful.
she absorbs a lot, and she's able to
Yeah,
get things done.
Talking about resources. How do I call you? Don or Ramon?
Don
Whatever.
Ramon.
Okay.
Don's
Don
fine.
Don
Ramon.
Ramon.
Not my-
Okay. But it sounds so good, no? Don Ramon.
Don Ramon.
Yes. Don Ramon,
Regal.
you're engaged in land banking. Tell us more about this. Where are these places?
Okay, so the last maybe 10 years, we were able to get a lot of properties in southern Luzon, or
Oh,
properties
nice.
where we see that there is a potential.
Yeah.
It's very strategic. We just basically follow the infrastructure plan of the government.
You know about it. No?
It's
Research.
You just
It's an
research.
open
It's
thing.
an open
Oo.
thing. So
Oo.
where if they build an airport,
Siyempre.
if they build a freeway, if they build a bridge,
Yeah.
you know, these are indications that progress will eventually follow.
Oh, oh.
So early on, you just study online, study in the newspaper, and then take advantage of the cheap transportation. You go there, and then slowly but surely, we're able to acquire some land
Ayun.
for future development,
Yes.
to build more
Yeah,
hotels
yeah.
or commercial
Ang galing, ha?
establishments.
You're looking at the future talaga, no?
Well, I mean, being
Oo.
from Manila
Yeah.
is already a contained
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
There's really nowhere else to go, but to go to the countryside.
Yeah.
And the future is the countryside.
Yeah.
We have no choice. The Philippines has no choice but to develop the countryside.
Yeah. But right in Sampaloc, you have some places there that you manage.
Oh well, we live in Sampaloc. We have our my home is still there. Our ancestral
Oh,
home is
really?
still there.
Wow.
Yes, yun lang. But everything else is outside
outside
now of Manila.
already.
Yeah. Majority.
Okay.
That's where you spend most of your time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oo, ang sarap nila. no?
Galing, no? Kaya na nga, yung aura nila is so,
Aura.
Your aura is so light, as if
Oo,
there's
oo.
no stress.
Masaya sila. No?
Diba?
Para mag-boyfriend eh.
It's Friday. That's why there's not so much stress because it's Friday. But Monday, oh my God, so
Yeah.
much stress.
You know, I wanted to add also that what contributed to the growth of Eco Hotel are the cheap airline tickets, no? When the airline started putting out their piso sale, that's specific to Cebu Pacific, diba? We followed the route.
I see.
And
That's
that's
where
where
you
we
put
grew.
up your
Yes.
hotels. Ang galing.
Ano?
Well, because of the cheap airline tickets was to encourage travel, and that was also the same time that almost every year or every 2 years a new airport would have been built. And then those were the times when we would add 1 million international tourist arrivals every year. Nadadagdagan ng 1 million yung arrivals. So before the pandemic hit, wow, tourism was a really, really good
Very
industry
good,
to
yeah.
be in.
Yeah.
Everybody kasi benefits from tourism eh.
Right.
Yeah.
There are some industries not so much, but in tourism lahat nakikinabang. So it's multiplier effect is really great. So we just took advantage of that. Now, nagka-pandemic,
Yun.
but now
I was
that
gonna
things are back to normal, we're hoping we can go back to pre-pandemic levels. But we're almost there.
So do you agree that we must love the Philippines?
Of course.
Okay.
By all means.
Well, of course, I love my country. I am a patriot through and through.
Love
Okay.
your country first before you
I
ask
am a
other people to
die-hard
love it.
Patriot.
So we have the right slogan. Tagline.
No comment.
Right slogan?
Tourism.
Tourism slogan?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's okay. I'm okay with
Yeah. Marami naman ako sinisingit.
Okay lang. Jojo, di ba? Nakakatuwa sila.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
we're looking here at a man and a woman
Yes.
who have made a success of their business, their partnership
Oo.
in a socially responsible business.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the roles that you play. I mean, in
I'm
that
just the
business.
driver of the car.
And it has to be an
What
old car.
does each of you contribute to the business?
I'm the micro manager,
Okay.
and he is the macro.
Okay.
On a Monday morning, we all sit down together with the finance team and our
Okay.
management to talk about the finances of the company, the cash flow. He decides where to allocate the funds.
Oo.
While I do the manuals, I do the little micromanaging. Of course, with great people.
The
Yes,
details.
with great people with us, we're able to implement and grow the company.
Okay. How big is your company now? Like, how many people do you have working for you?
On a regular payroll, I would say a little less than 100. But we are able to hire a lot of like project-based, and
Yes.
we don't hire contractors for our projects. We build them ourselves.
Yun na nga.
So we're able to hire
Oh.
locals to actually do the actual building
Oh.
of every branch. We have our leaders, of course, and we have our engineers and the lead. But everyone else is hired locally. That's how we're able to contribute to the locality. Even in operations, our key performance indicator is to be able to hire minimum 70% of the workforce local in wherever community we're in. So we benefit everyone, even the supplies of all our food and beverage or anything that we
Local.
can
Oh,
get
galing,
from the
no?
community. That's also where we source them from.
Ang galing naman. You should be in government.
And
You know,
the
I'm,
least of my concerns now.
I'm interested in the dynamics.
Oh,
between
yes.
the two.
Okay, let's talk about
But
that.
before we talk about that, let's pause for a commercial break.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
The fastest speed. The widest coverage. Experience it all from the Philippines' best mobile network.
That's the power of smart.
Nagtitiis ka na lang ba sa e-wallet at lumang bank apps mo?
Struggle! I can't receive payments na.
I need to go to the bank branch to deposit a check pa.
Singilan na. So hassle to do it one by one. I need to send my bank deeds again and again.
Tiis no more! With UB, hindi ka na mahahassle, hindi ka na magsistruggle, at hindi ka na magte-travel pa to the bank branch to transact. Ayos? Ayos! Download Union Bank online now.
We're back on Pairfect, and I was going to ask Don Ramon how the dynamics between the two are, and do you always see yourself giving in to the lady of the house?
All the time.
Naughty.
That works.
Remember,
I'm always
remember,
right.
I'm always
she is always right.
right.
Okay, okay. That simplifies things.
What's hers is hers, And what's mine is hers. Keep it simple.
Baka maniwala ang audience.
Pero sa totoo lang, he's really very generous.
Okay,
Maski
okay.
ako na yung mali, talagang pinapabayaan niyang ako yung mukhang tama. Later on, marirealize ko rin naman na mali
Ganun,
ako.
That's nice to hear.
Now everybody knows.
I'm glad I heard that. Sounds good to my ears.
Do you ever argue about work? About
Yeah.
the work you
Yes,
do?
of course.
Yes.
Talaga, ha?
Of course.
But in a healthy way. We don't argue like fight.
Oo.
It's a good,
Magandang
yes,
ano.
back and forth ng ideas
Oo.
and what he thinks or what I think and how we can put it all together.
You know, I just set the direction on Monday.
Okay.
Afterwards,
Talaga.
I just pick and choose.
Okay.
Does he think of you as a student?
Don?
Yeah.
Student?
Oo.
I don't know. That sounds kind of
Hindi naman.
kinky to me. I mean,
I'm older
Not
than he
really
is, by
though,
the
but-
way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I am.
Don't worry, he looks much older than me. But
well,
you're-
I don't see her as a student.
Okay.
Maybe I
Okay,
should do.
okay.
So let's
Okay.
go and
And you know
delve
what?
into that topic more, the
Okay.
relationship.
Okay.
On the
Like,
relationship.
let's do some marites
Marites,
talking.
Marites talk.
Sige.
Yeah. So how did you two meet?
Oh, okay. That's the
Oh.
kind of marites. I thought it was like my mom marites.
Go ahead. How did you meet?
Oh, we met triathlon
Oh, you do that.
maybe 10 years ago.
No,
Mali ba ako?
mali naman yung date mo. No, we actually know of each other from before because of the environment where we grew up in, di ba?
Okay,
Manila.
Yes,
Oh,
Manila.
Manila.
So we know of each other but didn't really know who he was. I
Okay.
finally got to have my first chat with him when we met in a running field.
Okay.
Oh.
So pareho kaming runner.
Wow.
Very fulfilling chat, I might say.
We were both triathletes also.
Not anymore though.
Yes, retired.
There
at
was
this
a time.
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm not. I just tried my best.
Okay.
I just tried my best to stay fit. Do I consider
Okay.
myself a triathlete? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I just tried to swim, I tried to bike, I tried to run and have fun along the way.
We would join
And then
the
I met her.
Ironman.
Oh, that was the big plus.
What?
Yeah.
That
Meeting
meeting
her.
her.
Well, it was an inspiration to finish the race. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, we supported each other in the race. So even
Oo.
if I can still run faster and I see that he's already suffering, then I'd stay by his
I was
side.
gonna die
Yeah. he
on the
always-
verge of death.
So I stayed by his side until
But
he
then I saw the
woke up.
light.
She was the light.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alam mo
him
naman
through.
iba, di ba? Diba, Jojo? Alam mo naman iba yung light. Kakaproblema tayo dyan.
Parang too dark.
That was 13 years ago.
There you go.
So this is our second time around.
Second time around?
I meant there were previous relationships before us. We have
Children.
5 total children blended. So he has 3 of his
Okay.
own. I have 2 of my own.
Okay.
So we're all together in the same home,
Yeah.
all of us.
See what love can do, huh?
I love
And
this
then
story.
produce something. Oh.
It's like
Create all this.
It's like a dish with all these ingredients. You hope and pray it tastes good.
But if you think about it, the reason why the company also grew was because of our synergy. I think we work together well. His talents complement mine, and together we were able to.
Can I ask this question to you, Alessandra?
What's your question?
Were you first business partners before you became lovers?
Yeah.
Or were you first lovers and decided you could make a wonderful business management team?
Okay.
Siya na yung naging host, no?
So, what?
What's the
Actually, I
answer?
didn't see the business side until.
Well, talking about business, wait,
Ano? I didn't see the business side when we started.
no, I can't say that.
It just
Okay.
happened.
Well, when you're lovers, which
You
we
talk.
are,
Oh, okay.
Up to today,
kind of makes it sexy when we talk about business.
I know.
I think he likes the intellectual stimulation. So when
Having
we discuss certain
alcohol and some good food.
Okay. That's when you start talking.
About business?
No,
Monkey business?
no, bus-
What do you think?
we're able to
Do we
talk.
talk about legitimate business or do we talk about
Monkey business. Could be anything.
Could be both.
Yeah, fun. That is fun. So that's how it was. Syempre.
And still the same.
And still is.
Yeah.
But at what point did you decide on engaging in business? This.
Oh,
yeah.
wait.
How did that
Okay.
happen?
Let me
Oh.
tell them.
Okay, so it's getting serious now.
Yeah, let me tell them
thought it
though
was all
what
about-
we did. We both had our own businesses,
Yes.
and we ran them separately for a
Yes.
while.
Yes.
When Eco Hotel came about, he was such a major contributor to the growth of the company, and he's talented in many ways. So he was helping out for free.
Am I?
Helping out for free. And then eventually, we decided to merge all properties that has been acquired already, that he has acquired already, to grow it the Eco Hotel way. So from the concept, a small concept, to all the properties he has already acquired, and putting them all together made the company a so much bigger company that we're able to run together.
So what's my side of the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us.
Once upon a time. Well, so what's my side of the story? That's a good question. I just enjoy the ride.
Ah,
That's the
talaga.
truth. I just enjoy the ride.
We
you
just
know? Go with the flow, di ba?
Went
Parang,
with it.
you know, when I used to do professional surfing back in the day,
Ah, okay.
you just ride the wave.
Oo.
Di ba?
Also, because of the good
Totoo ba yan?
I'm just looking at Alessandra.
I've always wanted
I
to
already
be
know
a,
the answer.
back
Nakakarating.
in the day. When you say back in the day, that's like permission to lie. So you say, when I was a surfer back in the day.
Back in the day.
Did you go to San Beda?
No.
Yes,
Oh, I did.
you did.
Yeah. Yung mga Bagatsing, I think went to San
Oh,
Beda.
yeah.
Eh.
I did. I went to San
No.
Beda Law, but I didn't finish.
Alo.
I didn't finish.
But before that, hindi ka
Lasal.
Lasal. Okay, okay.
Does that explain anything about the character?
We're trying to
No
figure it
naman.
out.
Mystery wrapped in a peach mango pie.
Alam mo, one thing that I think made it easy for us was there's no pressure. It was just him and me. So we would grow it as how we feel,
Oo
or
nga.
what we think is best.
Totally yours. It's just
Yes,
yours.
walang pressure from
You were not
outside.
obliged to
No, no.
financiers.
Oo.
or,
No way.
The most that we have are small bank line of credit where we draw from when needed.
pag kailangan.
RCBC provided for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're very conservative in our
Very
growth.
conservative.
We're not. We're lean. We don't have a lot of debt.
Good.
Yeah, so that keeps us grounded in our decisions. Keeps things light. You know,
No stiffy. We're just relax and just enjoy the journey of building more hotels.
Ang
That's a
mga
great
madre
story.
ng Saint Scholastica, progressive, ano?
mga
Progressive.
madre
Oo.
ng saints ko,
Oo, hindi
Where
ba?
I came from. Right?
progressive.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
they're more modern than.
aktivista yan, di
Yeah,
ba?
I'm activista.
Oo.
Hindi naman ako naging aktivista, pero maraming ang ganung, well, if that's what you call them, di ba?
Progressive
Progressive.
progressive.
nuns.
Oo.
That's interesting.
Liberal.
Liberal.
Oh,
up to
that's
date.
very interesting. Never heard of that, but
I was trying to relate to your management expertise, but I guess that's in it in you.
I think so. We both,
management expertise.
Yes.
Oo.
we,
Pareho kayong you.
we manage things differently, but together, it's even greater.
Well, you have at the end of the day, you have to trust.
Each other.
No, you have to trust your people, and you have to delegate well, because you can't do it all alone. All these branches all over the country, paano mo mababantayan lahat siya?
Tama naman.
So at the end of the day, you have to hire good people, trust, delegate. And
And we believe we have a lot of good people.
Oh, for sure.
Great leaders.
So, you guys, what do you do outside of work? Let's listen to Alessandra.
Well, we drink.
Okay.
Drink, he talks as if he drinks a lot. He doesn't drink.
Coffee!
Ako pa nga ang mas may
I
drink kesa sa'yo.
Outside of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we definitely exercise every single day if possible.
Wow, huh?
We're
What? You
We still run.
still run? Where? Luneta?
No.
Everywhere we can.
Oh, wherever we
Wherever they
are.
are.
Even in the
Yeah.
provinces, we always
Yeah.
bring our running shoes, running clothes,
Wow.
and we run wherever. It's a
It's a
different
must
way.
every day.
Even if we travel leisurely,
Yeah.
it's a different way of experiencing a new
Ah, yes.
location by on foot running. Doon namin nakikita yung magagandang location din.
We
eh.
travel a lot. So even when we're not working while traveling, we still travel a lot.
Okay.
Huh?
So you're nomads.
Okay.
You're
Nomads.
Yeah.
moving
So
around.
we're thankful
even-
that
Oo.
I would like to thank the kids for allowing us to leave the
Oo,
house.
ha? Oo.
How old are your kids?
They're very mature.
Very mature, nice, great kids.
Okay.
Our eldest is already on her own. She was able
okay.
not to go on her separate way. She has a fiance.
Independent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Independent na yung eldest. Yung number
Okay.
2 already has his own space in our
Wow.
building.
Okay.
So,
Still,
nandun pa rin siya. Pero
on his own.
On his own. He's already 20 eh.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
kaya na niyang maging independent. Pero nakadikit pa rin sa amin yung kanyang life. Number 3.
Yung dalawa nasa college na.
Number 3 and number 4 went to San Francisco for college. One is into the arts, the other one is business management.
Wow.
Tapos yung natirang isang baby namin ay
Wala, bulakbol din.
Hindi bulakbol din.
Lumalabas din.
Meaning,
pasyal.
ma-friends.
Ma-friends.
Maraming
That's nice.
kaibigan, laging nag-e-enjoy ng social life niya.
How old is?
So it
The
works
youngest
out.
is 13.
Okay,
13
teenager.
It works out. So yeah, what do we do outside of work? Yeah, I guess travel is the
Yeah.
Ang galing. Ang sarap naman.
travel
And
a lot. We live in a suitcase.
Do you collect anything? Do you?
Do I collect anything?
Cars.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have
For
some
you.
vintage cars in Manila.
Okay, okay.
Old cars, motorcycles.
How did that start? Ba't ka na-interest? Became interested?
Well, sino bang ayaw ng kotse, di ba? Lalaki ka. So, but I don't really like, I really like old cars. I like cars that are in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Yeah, I really like old cars. There's something about it. There's something about driving a car that might break in
Conk
30
out.
minutes.
Okay.
It might conk out in 30 minutes. There's like a thrill to that I kind of like. So I drive in Manila because I know the streets.
Okay.
Well, ganun lang. So
What kind of car is that we're looking
Uy, ang ganda, oh.
Well, I have
Hindi ba Beetle yan?
That's
yeah,
a Beetle.
Volkswagen yan.
Oo.
I also have some old Japanese cars, and I also have a few weird ones.
But that looks, yung...
I also have owner jeeps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, medyo ginugulo ko lang siya ng konti yung mga owner.
Pero yung Beetle mo doesn't look...
Parang reconfigured.
Oh yeah,
or something.
Ang ganda.
pinapaayos ko.
Ang ganda, oh.
Yeah, depende lang sa trip ko at that time.
Oo.
Lately, trip na trip ko yung talagang Kalawang.
Oo.
Yung talagang
who is
medyo
this
bastos
guy?
lang ng
That's
konti.
him with the mask.
COVID eh.
Yan ang gusto niyang mask ng COVID.
COVID yan eh.
Ayaw niya ng
Ayaw ko yung
Ayaw ko yung ganyan.
Ayaw ko yung blue.
Gusto niya yan, ang mask
Medical
niya.
mask.
Marami pang iba yung version na yan.
Yeah,
Tama
so
naman, ano?
I just do that pag I'm in Manila. So when we're not traveling, I just
Oo.
if I have some time, I just drive around.
Do you also join him sa ganyan?
No,
I want or two.
I can't.
Emphatic yun, ah.
Hindi ko yan kaya eh. Una-una mahihilo ako sa
Oo.
ibang klaseng shock
Tsaka
absorber yan.
baka hiwalayan niya ako pag nasiraan. Usually kasi pag tapos ng isang ride, nasisiraan yun palagi.
Nung
Because
unang
they're so
part,
old.
nung unang part sinasakyan ko yung kotse niya, eventually ayoko na. Bukas yan eh. Tapos yung pollution ng
Ay,
Maynila,
na,
amoy
oo
na
nga.
amoy mo.
Wala naman pollution Sunday morning eh.
So what do you
There's
like
no
to do
pollution Sunday
if he
morning.
likes his cars, fixing cars? How about you?
Ako, what do I
Yeah.
want?
Yeah.
Protest.
I'm a very creative person.
Ah, yeah. Tell us about that.
So I can paint in my own way, of course.
Yeah.
I display a lot of my works in all our properties. So you'll find bits and
Wow.
pieces of my works there. You'd find the signature.
Oh.
I as I was saying, I was very resourceful. No, if I see an item that I know I can transform into something useful in the future, I have a bodega in our office where I keep them,
Oh.
and then I decide what to do with it when it's time. So when there's a new concept of hotel, I look at the bodega and see, ano ba pwede kong gamitin dito na pwede kong i-recycle,
In a way,
upcycle.
pareho kayo talaga.
Yeah,
Yes.
mahilig sa-
Siya sa kotse, ako sa
Oo.
anything else under the sun.
Can you visit my room?
Pwede.
Ang gulo!
Order ka ba?
Madaming basura.
Order.
Well, I won't call them basura, pero
Usable still, but you
no,
know,
something can make something out of.
He doesn't want to throw anything in.
Yeah,
ganun din
yeah.
ako, pero I've kept a bodega of those na para hindi siya nandun sa common area ng lahat. Tinatabi ko siya until further use.
When
Oo.
you are inspired.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we have so much more to talk about, but
Again.
Let's take a break.
yeah.
Back and a few reminders, messages.
Mali pa.
Ngayong July, may decrease tayo ng 72 centavos per kilowatt hour. 11 pesos and 19 centavos per kilowatt hour na lang ang overall electricity rate dahil sa lower generation charges ng ating suppliers.
With Globe, our steps can lead us to millions of doors opening, millions of paths unfolding, and millions of reasons to keep going. Now's the time to be with a network that gets better every day for you.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ano bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
So we're back.
We are back
Yeah.
with Don Ramon and Alessandra Bagatsing.
Yeah.
So, Jojo.
So, Jojo.
Okay. What were we talking
About
So
their
much stuff.
hobbies, actually.
Ah, yeah.
Their
Collection.
hobbies. Collection.
Yeah.
Oh,
Recycling.
hobbies.
Tama
Yes.
kayo, parehong-pareho pala kami. Ngayon ko
Yeah,
lang
you're the
na-realize,
same.
kotse lang yung kanya
Oo.
nire-recycle.
You like to
So you have to
tinker with
respect
old things
my
and
art.
restore them.
Yes.
Oh, yun.
I do.
Respect.
I do though. I do respect
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't let her ride the car. Anyway, so
Why
let's go
not?
back to the work,
Yeah.
the work side. You mentioned earlier that you try to help the communities around you. So how do
Yes.
you do that? How do you
Yeah.
address their needs? How do you
As I
figure
mentioned earlier, no, from the construction pa lang, we really hire local skilled workers and laborers. And then in operations, we also hire 70% at least local. But aside from that, whatever business that, di ba meron niyang mga businesses around the hotel, like a travel and tours business or a store or even restaurants, we encourage the locals to be part of the whole dynamics, no?
Yeah.
So maaaring isang dating may-ari ng lupa, maaari silang bumalik na sila ang nagpapatakbo ng isang travel and tours doon. At sa kanila namin ibinabato lahat ng travel and tours requirements. So it's a continuing parang community dynamics for us. Aside from, we always work with the local government, join in their projects if we can, give benefit to them as much as we can. So lahat ng benepisyo, let's say may nagkaroon ng
Halimbawa?
crisis, bagyo, let's say
Yeah.
Odette.
Typhoon.
Oo, nag-typhoon Odette sa
Siargao.
Siargao.
We
yeah.
built a
Oh,
few
what happened
homes
to
for
your-
Yeah. Nasira.
Sira. Total
Nasira
wreck.
yung property namin, but we were more blessed than the others, and we had some funds that we could share. So we called someone from the local government to try and connect us with a few families na pwede naming directly mabigyan ng tulong para makapagtayo ng mga bahay nila ulit. So that benefited some people. We cannot help the whole of GL during that
Yes.
time.
General
So
Luna, Siargao.
General Luna. It
Okay,
was
okay.
frustrating, but at least we were able to reach out to a few unknown individuals. Even up to today, we don't really know who we helped, basta we know the name. We called them, asked for anong kailangan, provided for them. So it's like that in all properties. Replicate that in many branches that we exist in. We really help everyone that we can. We reach out to all of them.
Galing, galing. I like that.
Yeah.
So, were there any challenges that you encountered in the tourism
industry?
Yeah.
You know, the biggest challenge in the tourism industry, like the weather. You'd be surprised.
Oo.
Okay? The weather.
Oo naman.
We are an archipelagic country,
Yes.
typhoon belt. We have volcanoes exploding, so the weather is a big factor. Number two, the most recent one is the pandemic because it destroyed the global tourism industry. Number three, although we are improving, the connectivity of the Philippines to the rest of the world.
Right.
Kulang pa.
Kulang pa, but we're on the right direction naman.
Okay.
So
there's
our
some
other
kind of development.
ASEAN neighbors are so connected. That's why they have more tourists than us. But slowly, we're catching up. So those are the biggest challenges that we have in the tourism industry.
Also, the competitors we have is not in the country, but the rest of the Southeast Asian countries, where if you book a villa in this one nice place in Southeast Asia, it's equivalent to one night in our location can be 3 nights in their hotels. Because of the cost of doing business, it's so much less in many other countries than in the Philippines. Mahal magpatakbo ng business sa
I
Pilipinas.
didn't realize that.
Well,
mura
each
dito.
country is very different. So we studied the advantages of some countries over other countries. Sa atin naman, example lang, just as an example, we have the best beaches.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Agree.
by far, we've seen them all. We have the best beaches.
Yes.
That's one. Number two, we're very, very hospitable. Mababait talaga mga
People.
Pilipino. Mababait. As compared to other countries in the world. So, we take advantage of our advantage and we try and make do with our disadvantages. Pero pataas naman generally speaking, the tourism industry in the Philippines is a sunrise industry. So it's going to get better in the next few years. We're very confident in that.
Has the government been very supportive?
Yes, generally speaking, I would say yes. There are some there are some areas na medyo hindi. But generally speaking, it's easy to do business in the Philippines, especially in the countryside.
In the countryside.
Because in the countryside, they are eager for investment.
course,
Job
jobs.
creation is number one in all LGU trusts and
Priorities.
objectives. So job creation and the multiplier effect of tourism. So the countryside, it's very nice. Plus, there's not so much investment pa there. Everything is so much cheaper. Food cost, land cost. So pwede pa.
Okay, so my final question is for you, Alessandra. What is your vision for eco hotels in the next 5 years?
Okay, we have identified many branches for the future of Eco Hotel. A lot of them are related to, again, the infrastructure development that's happening in the Philippines. We have placed ourselves in those locations with nature destination, the nature features. So we hope to be able to put in all the brands of Eco Hotel per location. So I'm talking about Pops District commercial area, that leads to dormitals.ph, the hostel, that leads to the Eco Hotel by the natural feature of the property. We hope to develop how many more branches? Maybe 10 more branches in the next 5 years.
Oh. Actually, just if I may interject, Miss Dina.
Okay.
Although I'm not offended that the last question is to Alessandra.
Okay, good.
We're also expanding in the food and beverage.
Yes, that included.
Because Filipino mahilig na ngayon mag-food trip eh. You know, they take picture of the meal and then they say,
Yes.
napakasarap, and everyone goes there. So, the last 10 years, we build hotels, but we
Yes.
don't have dining.
Wala.
We do, but we don't put emphasis on it.
Okay.
So now, like for example, next year, I think next year we will have four restaurants.
Wow.
Right now we only have one. So we're opening another one next month. By next year we'll add another 2.
That's
So
the
yeah.
that's where the growth will be
Yeah,
in
so
the next few years.
we'll be having maybe the next 3 to 5 years we'll probably have 10 restaurants and we'll probably have maybe 30 hotels and maybe about 20 commercial buildings. Maybe.
Yeah. Where's the one with the restaurant?
Batangas.
Batangas.
Oh yeah.
Serving local southern
the lomi and all that.
Yes, southern
Yes.
Tagalog
Wow,
dishes.
sarap.
The
Most of
giant,
our restaurants will not be in Metro Manila. It's going to be
naman.
outside.
outside.
Yeah.
Because you'd be surprised the disposable income in the province is
Magaling, ha?
yes,
high.
they have a lot of money to spend and they're willing to
They don't know
spend
where to
and they
spend
want
it.
good food.
Good food is what they're looking for.
But it's a challenge. It's a challenge. But we're working on that.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry for disturbing you.
Now,
No, kasi the last words will be from you.
Oh,
but we'll ask him first.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of you.
We'll ask him first
What?
what he would like to tell our audience. You have any message?
Well, it's a Friday. Don't forget to chill. It's a weekend. Enjoy. Weather's getting better, so
Yeah.
di ba?
Yeah.
Get out of the city.
Good time lang. That's my message. Ikaw, what's your message?
Okay.
Well, you'd hear it from a lot of other people. It's not about the destination. It's enjoying the journey.
Oo nga.
Yeah.
No.
And I think that's what...
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
sige, anong dagdag?
It's not the destination.
It's not the journey.
It's not the journey.
What is it?
The company.
Naman. He has the final say.
Okay. All
He
right.
wins.
On that note,
Thank you for the alcohol. I appreciate it.
well, is there anything else you would like to add to that?
Well, just thank you for inviting us over. It's a
Yeah, it's
pleasure.
fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
a good afternoon.
We had fun.
Because you're fun.
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon and for
Yeah.
your story and your insights and your
Yes.
advice and
Yes.
yun, just a fun conversation. So
Yes,
we hope to
yes.
see you again.
I know, it's kind of too short. I was just getting
Yeah.
started.
For another show maybe where you can.
Maybe we should do like a late night show.
Yeah, we should do
pwede.
that.
Oo.
But
Tapos
you have
may
to go home
music.
early.
Tapos may music and everything. So anyway, we wish you both the best in your
Thank you.
undertakings and good luck. And yun,
Oh,
Jojo.
yeah, it has been a wonderful afternoon, of course, with you around.
I am Dinah Ventura,
I am Jojo Silvestre.
and this has been Pairfect.
Thank you for watching.